Hello, everyone. It is true. Walls have ears, doors have eyes. I'm speaking literally here. Our homes, offices, factories, bathroom, furniture, colors, and even the microwave we are placing have a life of their own. How harmonious is their relationship with the directions, fire elements, and other important factors determines how smoothly our life is going. Backed with thousands of happy homes, offices, factories, construction projects, and more across the world, we have celebrated award winning Vastu Shastra expert today, Payal Goradia, with us. So influential is her work that she has appeared on long running TV and radio shows in the United States and United Kingdom. She has grown leaps and bounds from starting from scratch to becoming a successful healing entrepreneur practicing multiple healing modalities, including Lama Fera, hypnotherapy, tarot, numerology, and of course, Vastu. She has won the prestigious Dada Saheb Phalke Award from the Women Entrepreneurs Enclave. And last but not least, her success turned her non-believer husband completely, and he himself has become a successful healer as well. No breakage, only simple remedies is her motto, and it is my absolute delight in welcoming Payal Goradia to the Mystic Lotus Awesome Healers Training Telesummit call today. Welcome, Payal.
Thank you so much to all of you all. And thank you so much for joining. And thank you, Mystic Lotus, for this opportunity given to me. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Payal. We are very excited to have you with us today, and I can't wait to begin. Before we start, I'd just like to give a quick overview of what is going to happen on today's call. First up, Payal is going to tell us what truly Vastu is. Payal is also going to take us through the unmissable importance of the 16 zones in our house. We'll also have live demos, as many as possible. And Payal has prepared an entire segment for us with remedies. And of course, this entire call is going to be loaded with remedies everybody can start using immediately. So we hope you have your pen and notebook ready because you are going to have to take a lot of notes today. And finally, if time permits, Payal is going to take us through a unique Vastu meditation, which is something we can do regularly for ourselves and our home, if time permits. But the rest is coming up. So, Payal, shall we begin?
Yes, please, very excited to give you all the maximum tips that I can. But make sure that you have your pen and paper because randomly I just keep on giving tips. So please note it down. That's something that I would love to give you everyone as a gift from me to you.
Absolutely. And before I proceed, everybody who has just joined, we are going to chat on the Telegram group. And the link to join the Telegram group is shared on the Zoom chat. And please do not raise your hands on Zoom. We are going to consider only the chats on the Telegram group. So, Payal, I have met some people who think Vastu is superstitious and something that involves major breakages and a lot of inconvenience. So please clear us today, break our myths today. Please tell us, what does Vastu Shastra really mean? What does it involve? And what kind of problems does it solve?
Sure. So, just to start with, what is Vastu? Because people have a wrong, impression about Vastu is demolishing, and they come and they do disastrous work. Yet, well, you break this wall and create. No, it's not that. Let me be very honest with you. Vastu is a place wherein your four walls are converted. Wherever you have place where you live, that comes under Vastu. So when we have the open land, that's your field, or your farming land, or agriculture land, or whichever land you say, that is not considered as a Vastu spot. So why do we have Vastu? Basically, Vastu, if you see, it's a science which has been like around 6,000 to 3,000 AD. So imagine the the amount of knowledge that these people must have created during that those many years, and it's still going on from generation to generation. Vastu is all about balancing your zones. That's it. So when we say balancing, we all in our daily life read something, and I want to quickly ask you, what is that we read every day in our life? So this is going to be question and answer, so please be ready. Daily we read something that is inborn in us. So what is it? Come on. Any
Horoscope.
answers? Horoscope, yes. What else? But horoscope, I guess everybody doesn't believe in horoscope. So yeah.
Yeah. And nor do I read Pile. That just came to my mind since
But
you're talking about Vastu.
that's a good one, of course. But I want something more apart from horoscope.
Absolutely. So people have started typing Pile on the group. So Seema is saying quotes, books,
Okay.
affirmations.
Very nice.
Diksha is saying we look at the date. That's very good answer. We
Okay.
look at the
But
date
that's not the
every
answer
day.
I'm looking at. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. But something more, I'm sure we all can drill every day from the time you wake up in the morning till the time we sleep. There's something that keeps on
Kushbu
buzzing.
is saying, yes, Kushbu saying sun and moon, the time. How about
Beautiful.
news pile?
Of course, that's what I'm talking about. News is something that we all go through. We read, we write, we listen. And what is the full form of news? Come on, who's going to tell me now? What's the answer? I'm excited to know.
All right. I'm tempted to answer.
Yes,
Okay. So, yes, Seema has answered pile. It is north, east, west, and south. Kushbu says directions.
that's it. It is north, east, west, south. What is north, east, west, south? It's again directions. So the news that we hear in and out in our daily life is nothing but from all the four corners of our life. When we say four corners, it means that we have major four directions in our life: north, east, west, south. And this is how directions are being made. And that's where we learn about Vastu. So imagine the news, the word which we use, news, is all created in the Vastu Shastra as well. So the basic what we do in our daily life is nothing but news. So now coming back to the answer, the formation of Vastu happened in the year 6000 AD to 3000 AD, and it was being created by the divine writer Vishwakarma Prakashji, who has actually been into getting all the remedial things with directions and all the basic things that we need in our house and the place that we live in. The science behind Vastu is wherever there are walls created, the boundaries, that's where the Vastu is placed. That's where we consider that particular spot or that particular premises as Vastu. Where can Vastu be there? It can be your house, your home, your commercial place, your residential place, your industrial area. And in that, I would even say your washrooms also have these Vastu elements and the Vastu zones. So that's how we would put it, as that Vastu is very, very important. And I hope this really helps you with my answer, because when we say that, there are a lot of people who say that I don't believe in Vastu, which is okay. We're not here to brainstorm your mind though, but it's a science which has been from generation to generation, a science where we all learn in our daily life. So have you ever seen, placing a god or idol or a temple or any spiritual, person in the south direction? It doesn't work, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you believe in any of your, your forefathers or your grandparents, they will always say that where the sun rises, that's where we keep our idols. That's where we bless. That's a place where we talk about east. However, just to surprise you, the sun actually rises from northeast. Okay.
Wow.
And that's the reason Northeast is okay. Note down quickly. So
Yes, I
Northeast,
am.
the Northeast is a direction for temple, idols, or whomever you worship. Worship in terms of not guru. It's not the stan of your gurus, and especially if they are alive, if they are very much existing, you cannot place them on Northeast walls. But that place is for your temple, and a lot of people don't have temples, so they have altar. Yes,
Hmm.
perfect place for altar as well. So the first tip, Northeast, don't forget.
Thank you, Payal. And I know there are many more coming. So,
Yes,
Payal,
loaded.
absolutely. So, we understood what Vastu is. Okay. So, the way we go to a doctor or a dentist,
Mhm.
when all can we do Vastu? Is it where we get a problem and then we do Vastu, or are there situations where we can think about doing Vastu for our spaces?
Okay. Vastu is all rounder. Um, I would say in a small word that it's a parent of all the remedies. For example, if you say I have a brain storm, okay, something to do with the stroke with the brain, it is nothing but it is your Northeast which is damaged.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So again, when you say about health, there are zones. There are so basically Vastu is divided into 16 special zones, which I will come to you when in a later stage, but I don't want to complicate things at this moment. But yes, when you talk about health, wealth, prosperity, relationship, and spirituality, there are 5 elements that we talk about. All these are basically related to Vastu. They all come under Vastu zones.
Right. So, so Payal, let's say I am living in a house for many, many years peacefully and everything is going on well, but suddenly there is a health issue, or suddenly my relationship, there is a pattern which starts happening and there is discomfort or unpleasantness. So in such a situation, is it recommended to do Vastu, and does it help?
Okay. Vastu can be done anywhere and everywhere. Coming to the question, yes, again, talking about the relationship issue, your zone, which is your southwest. Southwest is a zone of relationship. Please note down again. So that could be damaged. Damage in terms of if everything was right and what suddenly happened. So
Mm-hmm.
first thing you need to check what are the changes that you made in your house. At times, it may not be your house. It may be your commercial premise, but there is something which is not right, which is being placed. So it could be your washing machine, because you just said that things are not being right. It could be washing machine. It could be any type of heavy items that you kept in your southwest direction. It could be the color zone. So ideally the color for southwest is yellow, and in case if you have placed a blue color in your southwest, definitely it may create problems in your relationship. At the same time, we always say, whenever we go for vastu visits, we say what is that is not right. So when you come up with an issue, we can immediately relate that which zone is being connected with that particular problem or the issue that a person is facing. Since you spoke about relationship, it is southwest. You need to know, understand what's going wrong. So it cannot just be southwest. There could be
Mm-hmm.
other zones also which could be equally not right. So for example, I just had this case, wherein the relationships, they were just fighting. They were just constantly fighting, argument. But end of the day, everything was settled. But next day again, there's a small argument that they come up with, and I just said simply that, did you change your washing machine? He's like, no, the washing machine is over there only in that direction where it was earlier. I said, okay, have you got the new one? And they said, yes, we got a red color washing machine. Earlier we had a silver one, and that's where it comes. So even sometimes when you buy some new products, okay,
Mm-hmm.
And we just unknowingly just place that product in a wrong direction, and that's where the problem starts churning. Because what is the job of washing machine? It's like cleansing of your dirt, right? So that's what it's basically churning of things which is unwanted. And that's where they had this issue, and there was no problem at all. The entire zone was balanced, but one washing machine actually created this issue. I mean,
It
it's
is
a very minute
amazing.
thing. Yeah, it's wonderful actually. The science is beautiful if you really relate to it.
Absolutely, Payal. And it is really, really amazing that just the color of a washing machine can matter. So
Absolutely.
Payal, when you do these remedies and when you go through a consultation or a session, when we do the remedies, are the changes, are the shifts permanent, are the results permanent, or do we need to do this again and again?
Okay. So, as I told you that it depends on what are the changes that you made in your house. So, if you're going through
Hmm.
Vastu compliant place or house or any other, premises, if it's already compliant and you see the result in another 1 month, 21 days, good to go. But if there is any new purchase which is being placed in the house in the wrong direction, then yes, that could make a difference in your life again. Sometimes even the color combination, oh, this color was faded and I thought, let me just repaint it, and this time I wanted something very glossy, and that
Hmm.
glossy happened to be red color in not direction. Yes, there is a mess which has happened, there's an argument, there's a lot of anger which you created in that atmosphere. So again, Vastu changing, I mean, if it's already Vastu compliant and there's no new
Mhm.
thing which is developed, then it's okay. Then it stays for as long as you there. But the moment you get something new, or you replace it, or you make a new furniture, or the fabrics are different now, then yes, it does make a change in your life. So we always say that simple remedies or simple solutions can make wonderful result. It can really create amazing vibrations in the house, positivity, what you call. And the best color for positivity is cream. Cream,
Did you say
white.
cream pile? Okay,
Yes,
cream white. Okay.
cream, white, light gray. These are the standard colors that, please note down again. These are the standard colors that you can use to bring high vibrations in the
Mm-hmm.
house.
Pile, this is really fascinating. It's like it is a very important aspect to include in your life because even if you excitedly bring home something and turns out it has started something negative or less favorable, Vastu comes in really handy, and it seems like a really, really important aspect to keep including in our homes. So,
True.
thank you for giving these amazing examples. We are able to understand Pile really clearly, and people have started asking questions. But before we come to that, I'm going to ask you a couple of more questions,
Yes,
Payal.
yes,
So
yes.
we always think of Vastu, astrology, and numerology together.
Mhm.
If one is mentioned, the other is also mentioned. So are they similar or are they different, or do they have something in common, or are they related? What is it about these three?
Okay, so your first answer is yes, they all are related to each other somewhere down the line. So I do not look into the astrological, part that's talking about the planetary positions, but yes, Vastu does work on planets. Hence, being a numerologist, I work on the numbers more. Now, when we talk about planets, when your graha, that's your certain planets are not favoring you, you may see changes gradually coming in your life as an obstacle point. Okay. But then I always say that in our house, there are 4, 5, 6 people staying. Okay. So that is not something that would relate to everyone. So you can't keep on changing the directions of your elements that you're keeping in the house. So, however, what we do is we rectify that particular planet and just help that person to balance with the planetary positions. Similarly, when we talk about numerology, so let me give you a very good example over here. This was a client of mine, and he's absolutely into Vastu and Vedic and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Was like, he's for astrology and Vastu. So he came with an issue that, I don't know, from the time I have shifted to the new house, which is completely Vastu compliant, and I still see something not working with me. So we started asking questions that, okay, can you please tell me what exactly the issue is? It's in the moment I enter the house, I feel something which is not just right with me. I don't feel happy when I enter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what makes so what happens? He's saying, no, I just get irritated. And then we checked his east, southeast, and ESC, that's east of southeast direction, and everything was just fine because he said, it's all as per Vastu because we had already done before he purchased the house. So everything was aligned. So I said, okay, fine. Tell me the house number. And that's where the numerology came into picture. The house number was 4, and the number which he carried did not synchronize with the number 4. So a simple tip to enhance his vibration, we just added a number in his door on his door. And trust me, there was a miraculous result that he found. The happiness came back, and the relationship, which was, not being that great because of the house number, it started, in his favor. So simple things does matter. Like if I have to just add one more thing when we speak about numerology, we have some missing numbers in our chart. If you see our date of birth, we see some numbers which keep missing. That missing numbers are related to your house. So those numbers actually tell us that what is not right in your house. So it's again collaborated together.
Wonderful. Wonderful, Payal. In fact, Seema has asked a question earlier. How is Vastu related to Lushu?
Yes. So when we talk about Loshu grid, it does work the similar way. That's where I said Loshu grid is nothing but it's all about the missing numbers in your chart.
Mm.
And these missing numbers have been added with these zones. That's the east, west, north, south, and the 9 planetary positions that we talk about. That's where I just explained that that's where we come to know that what is
Mm.
missing in your house. So for example, if I have to check that there is a south corner, which again relates to number 9, and you have a missing number 9 in your chart, we simply tell him or her that just please check your south. There is something which is not right in your south corner. It's simple. So yes, Loshu Grid does. So Loshu Grid alone is a different aspect, but when Loshu is
Mm.
connected with Vastu, it's called as a Numero Vastu, a Vastu numerology, because they both are combined together.
Payal, could it really be that simple?
It is simple. It's absolutely simple.
All right. So while people are have started asking questions and they're looking for some remedies. So,
Okay.
there are all types of things people are asking. Like Chandan has asked, he asked the point when you were sharing with us the example. So, he's asking for heart attack, what can be done? And Amrita has asked, please guide about kitchen in the east. Are there any remedies? And also, is northwest a good direction for us to keep plants? And Sarika mentions that her house directions are in cross. So I'll come back to these questions. But what I was trying to ask you was, we are looking for different things, and something or the other keeps changing all the time. Life is dynamic, and as you mentioned to me while we were talking, that as long as life keeps having problems, which is always, we need to have Vastu handy. So Payal, who is a good candidate to learn Vastu? Can everybody learn Vastu?
Uh, my answer is yes. Why? I get to the root also. So when I'll tell a short story about myself, because that's very interesting and I love talking about myself a lot. So this happened in 2008, okay? And I was already overdue for marriage, overdue, okay? So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have words what is overdue, but yes, my mom was like, after me, that I get married and you're not finding the partner. And I was looking out for boys. It wasn't that I was not looking. I kept seeing a couple of guys, but nothing was working out. So one of the astrologers, after doing all the puja part and do this remedy and do that remedy, and I was really tired. So I said, no, I will not be doing anything now. So let it be the way it is. And he said that there is a Vastu dosh in your house. And that sound like correct to me. And I don't know, it just got attached to me, that Vastu dosh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it sounds something really nice. And that clicked me. So in 2008, I learned Vastu Shastra. And that was a turning point for me. I just, after learning 3 days rigorous course, okay, it was like day and night course that I have done, and it was completely wonderful through Abhijit Praistan, and we had the top guys coming and teaching us, okay, during those days, I would put it as, and there were certain remedies that they had told us. I went back after 3 days. The fourth day when I reached home, I got my compass and I said, okay, I need to check with the compass. There was one direction which was not right, okay, and that was a direction of southwest relationship, and the northwest. So somebody just asked you about the northwest, so that's an
Mm-hmm.
opportunity zone. It's a zone of opportunity. It's definitely very nice. So I just tried to work on these two zones, and that's within not even, I guess, not even 2 months, and I found my partner, and that's my husband. And I'm like, and this actually synchronized with me because there were a lot of issues that we were facing in that house. And that's what people said, you have pitru dosh, and which is, yeah, okay, fine, I do relate those things. But simple remedy of vastu really made huge difference in my personal space. So I would say, and I was working that time, it wasn't there, I'm a professional by career.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, if I can learn, during that time, I think it's meant for everyone, because vastu starts from you. It's your house, it's your location, it's your destiny. And sometimes even simple remedies, like you can't keep paying every time to the consultant, okay. I'm not one of them, to be very honest. So I would say, why would you do that? Rather, you learn, you understand your own graph, get into basics, see what's happening. And when you do changes, you yourself will understand what difference is it making into your life. So it's very simple. If you understand the news, east, west, north, south, this is a cakewalk.
Thank you, Payal. It really does sound like a cakewalk. And Payal, everybody is asking about some directions, about some aspects of their life. We'll come back to that. But before that, you have a very special segment planned for us. Let's cover that. And of course, we are going to share remedies with everybody later. Before that, I'll ask Tasneem's question.
Okay.
She has asked, is it possible that Vastu remedies we do for ourselves can also affect the others living in the house adversely? What can we
Okay.
do in that case?
Correct. It's a very good question. And I must say
Yeah.
thank you, Tasneem. This is an eye opener for a lot of people. So that's the reason my first thing was, I don't get with the astrological part, because in astrology, we just work on one date of birth or one chart. We are not seeing the other chart of the people who are staying in the same house. It can be adverse for other people. Yes, it can be. Hence, what I work is on the 16 zones. Okay, so when we say Vastu is divided into 4 zones and then subdivided into 8 zones, and thereafter subdivided as a pizza slice. It's a beautiful pizza slice, very easy to understand. That is further divided into total 16 zones. So those zones cannot have adverse effect on anybody. So that's the reason I said I do not get into astrology, because when you do that science, it's pertaining to one single person. It's not pertaining to the entire family. And when we do Vastu as a whole, it goes with the entire family.
Thank
So
you.
when
Thank
you're
you.
Yeah, so sorry, I'll just add this. When
Mm.
your chart, like for example, if you have a Rahu in a specific zone and that Rahu is creating a problem, yes, it's number four. So you just need to correct that number four of that particular house you're staying, but you don't need to do correction for every little thing that you're staying in. So that's the answer.
Thank you, Payal, and thank you, Tasneem, for asking. In fact, our audience asks such amazing questions. It really takes our calls to another level. So please keep those questions coming in. And Payal just mentioned 16 zones. We have heard of the four directions. We have heard of four zones and even eight zones. So what is 16 zones and why are they important, and how do you base your Vastu on it, and why is it like the main topic of today's call? Why do we need to know about the 16 zones?
Sure. So when we talk about 16 zones, it's further bifurcated into a segment where it makes it very easy to analyze. So when we say southwest, okay, that is not the zone to keep a dustbin. Okay, and what do we do is unknowingly हमने south में like we've kept our dustbin in the south direction. But do we know south direction has eight directions, sub directions? And that's we tell you. A lot of people say, "Oh, my house is Vastu compliant, and I have kept the family picture in southwest." But it could be south of south, and we have seen results when people come back to us and say, that Vastu guy said that our south wall may you keep this picture and you'll see amazing, but unknowingly they have kept it in south of south, which is a disposable corner. Got it? So when you
Yeah.
subdivide it, you are sure you are specifically only talking about that particular zone. Yeah, I have a chart in front of me. If I could just show that to you guys. Um, okay. So you see this pizza slice?
Mm-hmm.
Is it easily seen?
Yes, Payal.
Yes. So this is the pizza slice I'm talking about. So when you subdivide those zones, you know what zone is for which purpose. Like the person just asked me about the northwest. Northwest is a zone of opportunities, but we also have north of northwest and west of northwest. So those two zones are again different. So when we talk on 16 zones, because when I had also learned, to be very honest with you, in 2008, people were more focusing on eight directions.
Mm.
Okay, and now this eight directions are further subdivided, and now it comes under 16 zones, which is beautifully created an amazing result. And I have seen amazing results through a lot of my clients, and I've got amazing feedbacks, and that's where my trust on 16 zones have gone very high.
Pilot definitely sounds that it makes Vastu more effective and more exact, precise.
This time.
But do the 16 zones kind of then make it more complicated to study or understand Vastu?
Not really, not really at all, because
Okay.
they are the fine dimensions that they have
Hmm.
given. So, for example, if I say northeast, okay, that's where I said that your temple should be in northeast. Why? Because that northeast is governed to the lords. It's clarity of mind. Your mind starts working if you meditate in northeast direction, if you sit in northeast direction, if you allow your temple and your spiritual activities done in the northeast direction. Similarly, north of northeast direction, which is
Mhm.
just 22 degrees a little far, which is again your health direction. That's a direction of fitness. You do your yoga, you keep your fitness stuffs over there, and you see the changes. Your medicine box, okay, that's a remedy, please write it down. Your medicine box, you can keep it in north of northeast direction. That will again give you a very high boost in your immunity system. So people who are going through health issues or probably have medication issues, they can keep their medical box over there. However, we do not allow people to sleep there for a longer time, because then that person gets used to it. So yeah, if you're unwell and if you, as a if you're a patient in the house, okay, you're going through some type of traumatic condition, please be there, please sit there, please sleep there. That's a zone meant for you, but not for very long. Hardly, I would
Mm-hmm.
say 10 days or something, good enough. Then move yourself back. So you got the difference of northeast. Again, that's not of
Yeah.
northeast. And then there's also one more zone which is like east of northeast. That's a zone of enjoyment.
Mm-hmm.
So you can keep your games, everything in that zone. You can get your friends sitting in that zone, because that zone is part of it. So everything is connected to north, what I'm
Mm.
talking about. So that's how it, and it's very simple. It's extremely simple to understand.
While just to repeat, you mentioned north of northeast, right, for health and
Mhm.
fitness and
Yes,
medicine, right? North
correct.
of northeast, right? All
North
right.
of northeast.
All right. All right. Okay. Thank you, Payal. And Payal, before we proceed to the remedies you have planned for us, and we'll also take some demos today based on the 16 zones, I'll quickly ask you some tips which people have asked for, and I hope this can be applied by everybody. So just give me a moment.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. So Rachna has asked,
Mm-hmm.
what if there is a relationship issue in the house?
Okay, so I need to further ask her what is the problem
Right.
that you're having.
Hmm.
So, when you say relationship, it could be that there's a lot of fights or quarrel. Relationship could also be that the lady or the judge is going out to another person.
Hmm.
Relationship could also be that he's always unhealthy and not able to communicate well. So we need to know what is the issue. So if you say that, okay, I mean, if Rachna could just type in for us that what exactly is the problem that she's facing, because if I randomly say, oh, just correct your
Hmm.
southwest, is a wrong
Yeah.
answer, because maybe the relationship issue could come from the east of southeast, the location that where they are sleeping. That's an anger zone,
Mm-hmm.
the zone of anxiety. So if you're sleeping in the zone of anxiety, definitely you'll see a lot of argumental coming up, or your photograph or your pictures or your family pictures are in a zone which is not correct. Then you'll see a lot of differences, a lot of disturbances happening as a couple. So I will just randomly openly tell you that this zone of southwest, so just get this, you have on your phone you have this compass,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and not the downloaded compass. If you have an iOS or Apple phone, you get inbuilt compass. Just keep the compass in the middle of the room and check which is the southwest corner of your house. So in that southwest, in the brown or the golden frame, just place the couple photograph, and that would work really amazing for you, provided that's southwest. I'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
you need to be sure that's a southwest, because it should not be south or southwest, varna you gone. So southwest is
Mm-hmm.
the right zone where you can keep a couple photograph. Make sure that the couple photographs don't have any red color as a background, nor the dress. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that's your answer.
Thank you, Payal. So, Payal, when somebody comes to you with any issue, like we just took a relationship issue example. So, people have like different issues and they will come and tell you that I have this specific issue. So, this is what you must be doing, right? Like understanding the problem, when has it started, and what are the patterns, and then suggest something to them, right?
Yes, so we go to the root cause of the issue and
Hmm.
then we recommend that what does it mean.
Right.
So I'll just give you one more example. So a lot of
Mm-hmm.
time we have seen that people are saying that, my office is very positive and my house is very positive and everything is fine. I have clients coming in and everything is just super, but my business does not get converted. Okay, now this is a very common issue a lot of people have, that I have people walking in and they come, they deal with me, but when the money part is there, or when the money is like, when we speak about the revenue part, they don't turn up. So
Mm-hmm.
now, since we know that he doesn't have problems with the opportunity, so his northwest is very good. The opportunities are there. What is not working is the money parts. So there is no inflow of cash. The client does not get converted, right? That's the problem, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you need to see your south and your southeast direction. South is power and southeast is cash flow. So you need to work on these two. So it's very important to understand the actual thing, actual reason behind what's the problem. So when they say, oh, money is not coming, but okay, money is one part. Are you getting your clients? Are you getting enough leads? And if the leads are not converted, you cannot say money is not coming. The answer is the leads are not converted, hence check south and southeast zone.
Mm. Understood, Payal. And Payal, earlier you mentioned that we should not be placing our dustbin in the southwest.
Correct.
So
Okay.
Santosh is asking, what is the ideal direction to place the dustbin, please?
Very nice. It's south of southwest
South of southwest. All right. So,
because that's a zone of disposable. So that's a,
all right.
but that also
So,
yellow color. Sorry, yellow color dustbin.
sorry, yellow color dustbin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, one more question, Payal.
Yeah.
Mridulata says, I'm trying to buy a new house. Though we have all the resources, it is not happening.
Mhm.
Is there anything wrong in her Vastu? Can she do something about it?
Sure. So, first and foremost, is she able to see the house? I mean, she is she meeting enough people, enough
Mm-hmm.
estate people to actually look for house, or what is the problem which you could really get to the root? Because sometimes it happens, you just focusing on one or two real estate guy, or maybe you are just randomly saying that I am okay with any area. You're not specific zone. So if they tell me that
Mm,
yes, this is my problem and I've been meeting x amount of people and I've been seeing houses, but it's not getting converted, or probably we are not happy in spite of liking the house, and there has to be some story behind it. So we need to understand that what is that she's facing problem with. If the problem is that she's not getting the house the way she wants, or the way her vision is for the house, then I would say on the white paper, in the white envelope, on the white paper with a blue pen, just write that I have got my house the way I wanted, as I was dreaming. Fold the paper, put it in the white envelope, and place it in the northwest direction of your house. And there's a specific village scenery, where usually the Vastu guys do keep the scenery, that you need to place it in the west direction of your house. So these two combinations, really help you to have your own house, quickly decision making, a good house the way you want.
thank you, Payal, for that tip. And Mridulata is also thanking you.
Thank you.
And Payal, a couple of very relevant questions have come up along with the other relevant questions that have been coming up. Sometimes there is no choice, Payal. Sometimes we have to place the dustbin in a direction which is not what is recommended. And Monica has asked, what if there is no option, but one has to use the southeast direction room as a personal room? So sometimes when we cannot do something really, even the simplest of things, can there be alternatives, or can we do something to accordingly make the situation turn in our favor?
Absolutely, and that's where our expertise come.
Hmm.
Our expertise actually works on the things that is you cannot work on.
Hmm.
So we need to know more in details is where is the dustbin kept, which zone is it, what is the color of the dustbin, what is the color of the wall. So these things really help you to get rid of the issues that you have with. See, I understand in Bombay or probably in some cities,
Mm,
you don't have those big houses. You have to just accommodate yourself in either small apartments, small houses, and all. So there are remedies. There are the remedies for everything that you ask for. But meeting a right person, the right time is important.
yeah, absolutely. And Samala, just to let you know, the chats are happening on the Telegram group. So please chat here. So, Payal, since you mentioned about this one aspect, so when we come to you or when we learn this, when we look at Vastu, it is not just about one particular direction or one particular zone. It is actually also about combining the different aspects that are happening, and maybe they are crossing with each other or clashing with each other, and then putting a balance to all of those together, right?
Absolutely. Because
Hmm.
as we say, there are major five zones, okay, including the
Hmm.
Brahmastan. There are certain particular shades, colors. They have specific designs. Okay, so even sometimes if, I don't know, I've seen it just recently. I'd been to a house, and in the north direction they had a wrong geometrical designs with a combination of red, blue, green, yellow, and I was like, you need to repaint this, and they were like, why? I said, look, it's not about why, it's about that zone cannot have certain geometrical designs, certain shades. And today, after doing it, she gave me a feedback that I really see a lot of difference in my son's behavior. So again, we are here to help you with the issues that you're facing. And trust me, even when you learn Vastu or any other modality, you need to understand that every zone has a different color, attached to that zone. I mean, so when you say north, it's blue or black. Similarly, when you say red, it comes under south direction. So if you understand these basics,
Hmm.
you're good to go.
Nice. Well, just two more questions before we proceed. Priya has asked about the remedy which you had given for the perfect house.
Mhm.
Where to place the white paper in the white envelope?
In the northwest direction,
Northwest, right? All right, thank you.
because that's a zone of
And
opportunity.
yes, thanks. And while Lotus has asked, I'm sure a lot of people, all of us will be curious about this. So the Vastu, the way our house is, the way we are, does it also impact the kind of neighbors we have, like good neighbors or disturbing neighbors? Is it also uh, connected? Does it matter?
Honestly, no, it doesn't matter. The reason is because when we look at our house, we only look at the the walls that are covered for us.
Hmm.
We don't see the neighboring wall. Okay. Maybe the neighboring wall is really not good vibration for them, but that should really not affect us. In case if it is affecting us, then you need to check your own vibration in that house, that there is something which is not right with you. And in fact, in today's generation, sometimes we don't even know our neighbors, that
Hmm.
who are they. So it's very simple that if that is disturbing you, we need to check what is it that's not right in our own house.
Got it. Got it, Payal. In fact, this is a very good point to do some demos, Payal. Before we invite people to come join us for the live demos, I'd like to invite Parag. He has joined us today to share his experience with Payal. So I'm inviting Parag to join us. Parag, if you could please unmute yourself and speak with us.
I guess.
Okay, we can wait for him.
So let me just speak a little about Parag Bhai. So he's
Mm-hmm.
basically, he was my client randomly because I have a store. He just, walked in that there's something very glittery happening in your store, and he was like, "What is it all about?" So Parag Bhai was one person who never believed, never believed anything apart from astrology. And that also his pandit is from Rishikesh, and strong-headed person that I don't believe in numbers, I don't believe in Vastu and a lot of stuffs. And so after seeing, we had a big, long chat and a lot of conversations. And then he came up with an issue that, he was facing. I just randomly, I told him, why don't you check? Okay, Parag Bhai is here, and I think let him speak.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I had a call in between, although I heard all the past half an hour of the discussion that was happening. So I am on the link.
So thank you, Parag Bhai, for joining today, and over to Shilpa.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I heard that you were talking about the way we met. So please continue then.
Parag Bhai, forum is all yours. You please, whatever you feel like, because since we know each other just through a random, walking through the mall. And Shilpa, you can take questions with him if you wish to. Whatever.
absolutely. Parag, thank you once
Yes.
again for joining us. Please
Thank you.
tell us your experience about working with Payal.
So as Payalji was explaining that how we coincidentally met. So basically this was no reference or this thing. So रेफरेंस होता है तो उसमें क्या होता है आदमी थोड़ा सा इन्फ्लुएंस भी हो जाता है या थोड़ा सा ये होता है तो मेरे केस में तो देयर इज नथिंग अबाउट रेफरेंस सो एज शी सेड I had come to one of my friend's shop. I saw her shop 3 to 4 times, and fifth time I think जब Destiny में लिखा होगा तो I just walked into her store, and then I remember I was definitely when you are in problems तब शायद एस्ट्रोलॉजी या भगवान की या अपने अच्छे कर्मों की या वास्तु की बहुत याद आती है हम बुरे वक्त में होते हैं ना सो मैं भी बहुत बुरे वक्त में था आज से 8 महीने पहले एक बहुत क्रोर्स ऑफ मैटर्स का मेरे एक्स पार्टनर के साथ एक लिटिगेशन चल रहा था and by the grace of God, of course, one of the top senior counsels of the country was my lawyer, which was my father's very good friend. But technical issues, देखो practical चीजें अपनी जगह पे सब होने के बाद भी मेरा लक था कि चलो ठीक है जब वो चीजें फॉल होनी थी तब पायल जी के साथ एक कोइंसिडेंटली मेट तो शी जस्ट अनप्रोफेशनल मतलब कोई प्रोफेशनल फीस या ऐसी कोई बात नहीं थी हमारा कॉन्वर्जेशन वैसा रहा कि उन्होंने एडवाइस दी मेरे को कि ये अशोक स्तंभ आप अपने ये फलाने डिग्री पे नॉर्थ ईस्ट कॉर्नर पे रख दीजिए अपने सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स के साथ दिस वाज द फर्स्ट स्टेप that she gave and she also predicted something regarding that this case will go on till this date and ये ऐसा होगा और तब तक ये सेटल नहीं होगा तो your partner might also be imprisoned. I was shocked. I didn't want to argue with her because she did not knew anything about the past this thing and a person who does not stay without air condition can be done this and okay time passed. I remember this happened I have a conversation in the on the 2nd of November. I'm very precise with my dates and after exactly 35 days what she said, of course I did what she said about that Ashok Stamka this thing to be kept at the respective place. And I'm calling her on the 10th or 11th of December that Payal ji, ye ho gaya hai. She was like, and as you said that अगर ये नवंबर एंड तक अगर सेटल नहीं करेगा तो ये करके तो उसको सेटलमेंट का चांस भी मिला था बट ही स्टिल डिड नॉट सेटल एंड द entire Mumbai's dealer lobby is in a state of shock that this such a big case has happened because by the grace of God we are quite known people in the second hand car. I'm in the second hand car premium car buying business and our industry being big also is small, everybody is known. The entire Mumbai is shocked about this, it just has to come in the papers, of course, which is not going to be. Then I started feeling ki boss, I don't say that if Vastu would not have existed, so my work would not have done. But I had the rocket, but the potential of the rocket depend on the boosters. So that extra mile that you have to go when you need to achieve things faster in your life. So my dad is also very precisely into Vastu. So what he says that your destiny is definitely decided by the planets that you own when you are born, but the lubrication to the machinery is given by the Vastu. This is what I witnessed 8 months back. Then I started taking things very, very seriously. And then, of course, with her professional guidance and ये वो जितने भी छोटी बातें इन्होंने नॉर्थ नॉर्थ ईस्ट साउथ साउथ वेस्ट ये वो 16 zones ये वो I got my chart done. My building is under reconstruction. I started believing it in so much that even in the rented house, I said कि no problem, कोई बात नहीं, थोड़ा खर्चा होएगा प्रोफेशनल का, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बट आप जिस प्लेस पे रह रहे हो, चाहे वो रेंटेड है, चाहे वो ओन्ड है, चाहे वो मैं तो बोलूँ किसी और के घर में आप टेम्पररी रह रहे हो या जो भी है, अगर आप एक टाइम पे जो फिजिकल एग्जिस्टेंस इज देयर नो, देयर योर वास्तु वर्क्स. सो it was astonishing, matlab, the way these things happen. And after that, there are small other examples also, like in this rented apartment, I have my bedroom in the southwest. So she predicted something about my wife, that she's little unhappy and ye wo about this thing, in spite of having all the luxuries, her mind is not stable or this thing. ठीक है, उपाय क्या है? उपाय किए. So I would genuinely say 60, 70, 75% improvement is there. So diagnosing the problem is 50% of the battle, which of course Payal ji has. And 50% of this thing is remedies. And then you follow it and you consistently do it, because any kind of medicine, when it wants to be root causally eradicated from your body or from your anything, has to be consistently done and kept patience with. So Vastu works. However technically educated, you are smart, intelligent, productive. If you do not, however best of the machinery you have, you may have the Rolls Royce, but if there is no lubrication in the engine, the car doesn't work, or it works with a lot of friction. Definitely. I mean, and uh, I'm into the property buying selling business also, because I'm connected to all the top developers. So these days, a new thing that I have witnessed is एग्जाम्पल लोगों की ये परसेप्शन रहती है कि साउथ फेसिंग के फ्लैट्स हैं वो बाकी रह जाते हैं. तो आई आस्क्ड अ फ्यू डेवलपर्स, टॉप डेवलपर्स, कि क्यों? बोला यार जो कैथलिक एंड मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी है, पहले तो खाली हिंदूज ही बिलीव करते थे, अब तो वो लोग भी वास्तु में बिलीव करने लगे हैं. मैंने कहा इज इट सो? बोला या, मतलब all communities are slowly believing in Vastu. Basically, the idea is that, in a metro city like Mumbai, where the life is so fast, so difficult, so people have more problems day by day. And ये कलयुग है, यहाँ पे problems दिन पे दिन बढ़ेगी. अब problem का solution, one of the remedy is Vastu. There might be a few other remedies also, but Vastu definitely, because ultimately we don't stay on streets, we stay in houses. चाहे वो घर किसी का एक छोटा चॉल हो या बंगलो हो, प्रीमाइसेस तो आपको फिजिकली ऑक्यूपाई रखती है. वो प्रीमाइसेस को आपको, वो आपकी बॉडी पे डेफिनेटली फर्क करता है, बहुत फर्क पड़ता है.
Thank you, Parag. Thank you for sharing different aspects in such detail, and whatever you shared with us, it has completely resonated with us. And living in metro cities, there are a lot of things coming up, and you being a non-believer, you have turned into complete believer with such great examples in detail. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your stories with us. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Parag.
Absolutely. I would just end this conversation by just saying that मतलब ये जो लोगों का इल्यूजन है ना कि नहीं हम तो हार्ड वर्क करेंगे या हमें तो सब कुछ आता है, ये तो होता ही नहीं है. सो पीपल हु डू नॉट बिलीव इन any kind of वास्तु और any kind of such kind of things, तो उनको मैं सिर्फ इतना ही बोलता हूँ. मैंने कहा कि अगर आपने हिस्ट्री नहीं पढ़ी है, इसका मतलब ये तो नहीं है कि वर्ल्ड वॉर 1 नहीं हुआ था. वर्ल्ड वॉर 1 तो हुआ था, ये तो अनफॉर्चुनेटली आपने इसको रीड नहीं किया है. तो प्लीज गो बैक टू योर बुक्स, गो बैक टू पीपल and try to understand. And sometimes ज्यादा एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं करके अननोइंगली किसी की बात सुन लेना आपको बहुत बड़ा फायदा दे देता है. I should put it in
Right.
this manner.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Parag.
Thank you,
It was
Parag.
really beautiful.
No,
Thank you.
In fact,
So,
I'd just like to repeat for our international audience what Parag said. He said that just because we have not read the history books doesn't mean World War One did not take place. So in the same way, if you don't believe in Vastu, if you think it doesn't exist, try going for this, try, and you will be surprised by how it works. Once again, Parag, thank you for taking the time out and sharing in such detail. And Payal, while we were listening to Parag, questions have been pouring in, and everybody, rest assured, we may not be able to pick all the questions on today's call, but Payal is there with us till Tuesday, and she's going to come on the group and respond to your questions. Before we proceed, Payal, a couple of interesting queries have come up, keeping in mind what Parag said. What do we do if the house is south facing?
good. I was just waiting for this question. So let me just get your brains off the mind that south is a beautiful direction. Trust me, south is the direction of power and money. However, it's important to see that where does your door? We in south also we have 8 major openings, okay, which is like again divided into 8 major openings. Which is the opening that your door is coming up with? That's important. So if your opening is in S3, S4, that's South 3 and South 4, then it is one of the best doors you can have. So don't get into these things that yeah, how should be east. So I've seen people even having east facing house or with north entrance. No, no, not at all. The main door is important. Your main door has all the vibrations that you carry. Even in north, only 2 directions are good. In south, 2 directions are good. In east, 2 directions are good. In west, 2 directions are good. So ideally, as per the zones, there are total 8 and one N8. So total there are 5 directions which are very good. So get this out of your mind. In fact, after learning Vastu, I really look out for S3, S4 directions because that creates power and money both. So a lot of builders, I have just recently, in Pune, there was a builder and I worked on his project. Trust me, it was a miraculous result because the entry, we just told him to put the brass tape in the entry, and the designing what he had done, we happened to tell him that keep the Brahmasthan empty because you can't have things loaded in Brahmasthan. And his project started working post 2 years. So that was a miraculous result. So a lot of builders also, if you see nowadays, the flats are not being sold. Simple remedy: call a proper Vastu guy, get it done, and it will be sorted.
Payal, Amrita has asked, I have heard that toilet in the northeast has no remedy. Is it true?
It's very true. There are 2 zones in our house. One is the northwest. Okay, not the toilet. It's the commode.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's Indian or it is a proper pot, these two cannot be. We cannot have remedy for this. So one is northeast and second is southwest. These both commodes are dangerous. So when these cases come to us, it relates to some issues which I don't want to discuss on
Mm.
the on live right now. But that is one place where we say if there is any alternative that they have. If they don't have alternative, then we tell them to sell the flat, or just if they have an option of using another bathroom or a toilet or a washroom, then we try to tell them that please use this only for bathing and move out of this toilet. There are
Mm-hmm.
remedies, okay, but those are all temporary. There's no permanent remedy in northeast and southwest bathroom.
Right. So we can, let's say there is no choice. So we can keep doing these remedies on a daily basis, and that
But
could help. people, right?
No, not really, because it's a very
Mm-hmm.
temporary remedy. It's
Mm-hmm.
extremely temporary.
Okay. Point noted about this, that, and I'm sure that even when somebody is the constructors or the builders, when they're building, they will make sure that this situation doesn't arise with so much of
Absolutely.
vastu everybody has started believing. So thank you
In
for that
fact,
question. And
yeah, in
yeah,
fact, just
Payal.
to share, today I was in one of the seminar, and one person
Mm-hmm.
happened to just say that, you know what, my wife is having issues with health. I said, okay, what issues? And he said she's detected with cancer. I just said, is your bathroom in north? He's like, yeah, how did you come to know? It leads to multiple health disorder releasing your brain. So that's your answer. Well, I mean, at times, even the health conditions are related to Vastu. Simple stuff which doctors cannot detect, but in Vastu, you can have a immediate detection. That's why.
Got it, Payal. Thanks a lot. Payal, shall we take on some demos?
Oh, yes, please.
Huh? So we'll give a taste to everybody about what goes into a consultation and how it really works. So I'm going to invite Mamta Mongia. She has asked, and if you possible, please come on video, and Payal may ask you some questions. And as we had shared on the group, I'd like to remind again that this call is being recorded. It's there on YouTube and is going to be shared everywhere. So only if you're comfortable sharing your details, please come online. So Mamta, if you're ready, I'm going to take your question. If you come on video right now, I'm going to start reading your question. Okay, here she is. So, Payal, Mamta has asked, my husband's health is not well at all. We shifted a year ago into a rented house. Now he's had a brain stroke, kidney and heart issues, and COVID. Please guide. Please guide. I'm 65 years old. My husband is 58, and my daughter is 30, and we stay together. So, Mamta, if you could please, yeah, she's here.
Hello, Payal.
Hello, Mamta ji.
You are blessed. You are blessed.
Thank you.
Very happy to look at you.
Thank you so much.
Really nice.
Thank you.
Really, really nice. And I do a lot of healing from the God's gift.
That's
And
beautiful.
I really feel that wish I could just come and hug you. You are really nice.
Thank you so much.
You are very intuitive also. Very nice. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, ma'am. Thank you. So,
Yeah.
ma'am, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So the health problem what you're seeing at this moment, is it from the time that you shifted to the new house? Or is it from the time before, in the earlier
No,
place?
he had an earlier problem. He's a juvenile diabetes, but it has increased now. This thing he had a problem during almost 9 years. But right now is that he recovery is very slow and he's feeling very low. So I feel that something which is there, which is not aligned with his house.
Okay. So my first thing is please check your east of southeast direction. If there is a fire over there, fire in terms of gas cylinder or a gas stove, please check.
East of?
Southeast, ESE. East of southeast can create problems with sugar, diabetes.
Okay. How do we come to know east? I know the east, which is opening in my house, but east of southeast, how do I know it?
Okay. So just go. So you have four walls of your entire house, the main four walls. Okay, I'm not talking about the sub walls. Just count those walls and come on the middle. That's the Brahmastan in middle of the entire house. From there, just keep compass, or you have this device as well.
I do have a compass.
Right. So just check where is your kitchen, the direction of your kitchen.
West. It is my west.
I have a doubt, ma'am.
And I'm facing east.
You're facing east, so that means your your stove is in east direction. If you are facing east,
Yeah, that means my
correct?
stove is in.
Right. So now check in the east direction if it comes under east of. I'll tell you the exact. Just a minute. Okay, it should be around 100 to 120 degrees. Just if you can just note this, please.
Okay.
On the compass, just check 100 to 120 degrees. If your stove, your gas is kept over there, you need to just move that a little towards the southeast. However, I don't even recommend southeast, but we can definitely work on that.
Okay. I will check tomorrow. And is it possible to get back to you tomorrow?
Please do. We are, as it is, we meeting on Monday as well, so you can just give me
Okay.
your feedback. That will be
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I will do that.
So I hope
Surely I
you've
will.
written the direction. That's
100, 120.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yeah, surely. Thank you so much.
No problem.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Mamta, please do message on the Telegram group. We will be looking forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, sure. I will
All right.
definitely, after doing it, I'll definitely get back on Telegram.
Sure.
Great. Thank you. Thanks for joining. While that was quick, that was a really very precise. Can we take on a few more people, please?
Please, I would love to. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, this is really fascinating. And I'm going to check for Nisha. And please don't raise your hands on Zoom. We are going to pick people from the Telegram group. So Nisha has asked, and Nisha, while I'm taking your question, if you could please come on video, we are going to spotlight you. Nisha has asked, I stay in sharing accommodation in Dubai, so my room is in cross direction. My room entry is in southeast, and behind the door I have kept my dustbin as I don't have place. Dining table is also kept in the same direction. And she has given a lot of more details. Temple is in the corner southwest, but it is south of southwest. Now she's having problem with her flatmates, and she's also facing health issues. So Nisha, could you please come on video? Would you like to get a solution from Payal?
Okay. So I'll just answer her since
Okay, how nice.
yeah. So first and foremost, you said she's staying on a sharing base, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what she needs to do is the place which belongs to her, the room that belongs to her, wherever she's staying in a room, right? Because it's a sharing place. She needs to do Vastu of that room only. She doesn't need to see the Vastu of the whole house. So if she can keep a compass in the middle of that particular room, okay. Since she said it's a southeast, she has, sorry, what did you say in southeast she has?
In southeast,
Dustbin.
the room entrance is southeast, and behind the door she has kept the dustbin.
Correct. So my question to her is, does she have a gallbladder problem? If she could quickly just let us know that yes or no, whatever. And second thing is, you said and you said something else as well, right? After southeast.
Yeah.
What is that?
She has a temple
In
in the corner of southwest.
okay, so can she move the temple to north or northeast? That can, because southwest temple we do not recommend. Okay, nor do we recommend south temple. Okay, the zone is not right for temples. So if she can place it in either east, the first is northeast, if not north or east. Even if she cannot play, she can just keep an idol whomever she worships. And if she is doing dhoop agarbatti, or she uses some type of energies to enhance that vibration, she can just do it in the northeast direction, so that the vibration of that particular zone enhances with the blessings. Also, you mentioned she has issues with her partners, right? Her
Flatmates and health,
flatmates.
yes.
So for flatmates, She needs to check that what is there in the south of southwest of her room, because there is something which is not right. If there's a dustbin in southwest and she's saying southeast, I would put it as southwest, because when she has a dustbin in southwest, there are chances that she can mess up with the relationship, or an argumented relationship with her partners. I mean, whosoever she's staying with, the roommates. Because this
Got
is
it,
a very
Payal.
half question, which
Yes,
is, so we
yes.
need to interact more to actually understand the problem.
Hmm. In fact, Payal, please let's do some more demos. But before that, shall we share with people what they can do with you with your packages? They can learn and they
Absolutely.
can take a consultation. So let's share that first, and then, if time permits, please let's do some more demos. And of course, we all are waiting for the remedies that you have planned for us. So
Yes, sure.
thank you. So Payal, I'm going to share my screen, and you can please take us through what you have planned for us.
Right. So let me start with this. This is especially for Mystic Lotus only, and I'm really happy to tell you that we have three packages over here. The package A is a personal, professional certified Vastu course. Course is all about self guidance and for clients, people who really want to learn and help others. That's the course that we're talking about. Package B, which is online Vastu consultation, that's what we are doing, but that would be much more in a deeper sense, with a video call, which I would be doing on a personal level for home. That is single floor and any number of rooms. So when we speak about any number of rooms, it means the flat system that you're staying at, the basement or the first floor or the second floor. And this is for package B, that's the online Vastu consultation. The package C, we speak about online Vastu consultation services for office, commercial premise, and factories. The square feet area which will be covered is up to 3,000 square feet. To be very precise, because if it's anything more than 3,000, there's a lot of other things that is being considered. So let me further go with package A. Package A is something that you learn, that's something that's going to be your baby for lifelong. And it's for the beginners. Doesn't matter if you have learned from someone, if you want to add knowledge, you're always welcome to have additional knowledge. No prior experience is needed for this particular knowledge. You can be your own boss, that's what we always say, right? You don't need to have any astrology, numerology, or feng shui knowledge, because feng shui we don't do otherwise also. But it's not necessary that you should be acquainted, you should be have that particular knowledge of astrology or numerology for a matter. Course loaded with easily understandable, adaptable, and effective remedies and concepts. So you just saw right now, I just happened to say that please check your east of southeast. That's quick. That's where your expertise lies with the basic course. That's a full lifetime support that I do give to my students, because they say a guru is always a guru, and the moment you say that yes, I am at par, you're free to move ahead. So that's what we say, that hand holding is must. So what should be provided is the materials and the remedies, and the guidance for your readings is like we will be doing your own home to start with, so that's what I said. The Vastu is where you treat your own self, your own house, your own location, your own premises, and that's going to be part of the course. uh, you need to be qualified to become a practitioner, facilitator, and consultant post doing this course. This will actually help you to enhance your knowledge. It will enhance your capability of understanding the zones and giving remedies to your clients, or also doing rectification in your own house. Uh, what else will I be offering is self, guiding self and others. Of course, it's like a practitioner course. Total duration is 24 hours, and it can also go ahead in case there are a lot of queries coming up. And I'll be doing each and every house professionally with the course which we'll be enrolling for. You'll get PDF notes, you'll get call recordings and certificates. For call recordings, I always tell people that you can do it from your end. But yes, you will be loaded with these things. What is the course content? That's the meaning. So the basics. We start with the basics of what is Vastu Shastra, the meaning of it, the importance, covering the minor and the major aspect, talking about the Vastu Purush. That's very, very, very important. Vastu elements. When you talk about Vastu elements, the directions, the subdirections, the Vastu directions, the planetary positions of each zone again, theory of 5 elements, that's called as a creator and the destruction elements, the elements and the properties of color, shade and metal, because every zone has a different symbols, different metals, different zones. That's what we're going to go much in details. Some more highlights are how to check the direction, the Brahmastan and the 16 zones, which I spoke. It's like a pizza slice, a beautiful pizza slice. I will explain in details what are these 16 zones, colors and shades of each zone, detailed study and the benefits of 16 zones, the image of the Shakti Chakra. So just to let you know, this is the Shakti Chakra. I've also taken a printout for you specially. So this is what I'll be explaining in details. The extra bonus for Mystic Lotus joinees is I will give you a handy material for the effect and the remedies of kitchen, bedroom and toilet of 16 zones. And the special thing what I'm going to give is a health chart, which is specially for people who are enrolling. And trust me, this health chart is something that is really important for you. Talking about the bonuses again, practice and the study of individual graphs, that's your personal space graph, a lifetime WhatsApp group support, professional guidance with your clients in case if you're stuck somewhere, detailed PDF notes, remedies of bathroom, kitchen and toilets of all the 16 zones, the health chart and the revision on the form of the crash course. That's what we're going to cover in A. The schedule is, again, I'll just repeat, it's for 24 hours. And that's almost coming to 16 days, which is 1.5 hour each session would take from Tuesday to Friday. When you talk about dates, it's from 15, 16, 20, 23rd, from 27 to 30th of September, including the October dates as well, 4 to 7, 11 and 12. The timing will be 6:40 onwards. So when you calculate the timing, it's like 6:40 to 8:10 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And you'll be given notes, call recording and certificates that will be shared. Talking more on the prices, because you need to become a professional and you need to definitely charge your clients according to your profession. So the usual pricing is rupees 71,000 that has been there. And the US dollar comes to $1,036. And what is that we're offering now for you? That's just for you. That's for 72% off, valid for 72 hours only. Special rates 19,990 rupees, where the US currency is $292. So that's the gift that I'm giving you, and you are loaded with a lot of things. Now let's come to package B, because everybody may not be interested in learning something like this, but definitely interested to beautify your house. So yes, that's an online Vastu consultation for a single floor house. Single floor means it's a flat, okay? That's an apartment system. Remedies and recommendation provided based on the major issues that you're facing. You can come up with the major issues that you have, and we check with the help of your the zones that you speak about. The remedies personalized such that help all the residing members. It is for each and everyone. That's what I said. I don't get into astrology because That chart may not be specifically for you, but let's make it very generalized so that everybody gets benefit out of it. No drastic measures suggested, like breakaging of walls and disastrous results. No, that's not what I believe in. But yes, as we mentioned, that northeast and southwest is two direction that we don't allow in anybody's house. So that's one point. Simple remedies known to work permanently wonders works wonderful, and those are all quick remedies. Guidelines will be provided on how to share details of your house. So for example, if you have someone from overseas, don't worry, I'm here to help you. I'll guide you at it, because I have couple of international clients that I do deal with them regarding the issues they do have in their personal space. So that's taken into consideration. Possible to book for under construction rented house as well. So yes, so there are a lot of flats, people just want to know that, oh, is this flat good for me? And I'm like, okay. So we have a scanner which will be doing it in Monday Tuesday sessions, I'm sure. So I'll tell you about these things more. So you need to be connected with me to understand more that how do we analyze the under construction properties as well. And yes, the service is rupees 15,000 per house, which comes to US dollar rupees, I mean, $219. And trust me, guys, this is just for Mystic Lotus. This is not what I usually, go with. And that's a 27% off for 72 hours only, which is special price of 11,000 rupees only, and it's 161 US dollars. And trust me, guys, this package is just for you. So let's come up with something different. So service for the houses, if you got a multi-store, that's ground plus one. Then additional, there would be rupees 10,000 for the additional house, because we need to actually see the whole premise, the top floor, the ground floor, or even if you have the second and the third floor. So it would be an additional costing with the US dollar of $146. That's what it's going to be for you. Now let's come to the last package, package C. Now this is for specially offices, factory and commercial space. When we talk about office, factory and commercial space, people usually have their homes that's Vastu aligned, that we are Vastu compliance, but still you feel that there's an issue in the house. It could be from your personal space where you're staying the whole day, that's your office, your commercial areas, your factories, your any other lands that you work in. So that is, the coverage is up to 3,000 area. That would be for increasing of sale, or your financials, your expanding of your business, your new clients, removing the blockages, and could be much more in details. This includes many hours of detailed study and analysis, because when you do Vastu of the commercial premise, there's a lot of brainstorming, because it talks about each and every wall, detailed machinery, and a lot of minute things that is being placed in each direction. Recommendation and remedies include benefits of equipment, machinery. That's what I just said. There are a lot of things that is included. Guidelines will be provided on how to share details of your property. Possible to book for under construction and renting commercial space as well. I'll get more into details on Monday and Tuesday for that. And the package, yes, now that's the surprise that I'm giving you, is usually my package for commercial starts from 1 lakh rupees. That is 1,459 US dollars. That's the price that I usually start with, and it goes upward. However, especially for you, I have this 25% off just for 24 hours only, and that's a special price is 74,990 rupees only for you. And in US dollars, it's 1,095. So guys, I really want you to, tell me how the offer is, because we all know it's very important to have a perfect Vastu compliance. There are no additional charges which will be there, but yes, If there is traveling required because I'm going to travel, there would be additional charges and the draftman charges. So what does a draftman do? Which we'll speak more in details on the our next demo call, that's on Monday and Tuesday. So that is basically a entire study of the premise. If I don't have to travel, and if I have to travel, I may still need the draftman help in case if I'm not traveling. So this is what the package is, and please do let me know uh, how do you feel about it. So got a bigger and a commercial area. Additional area will be charged rupees 35 per square feet, and in US dollar it will be 50 per square foot. So that's an additional charge if it goes beyond 3,000. So yes, I'm here for you. Any help, anything that you need, you can get into the email address of help@themysticlotus.com, Telegram at Mystic Lotus, the M is capital, and you need to write your name and your mobile number so that we can get connected with you at the earliest.
Thank you, Payal. Those are really wonderful, generous offers. And people, you may not want to learn, you may want to take the consultation. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. The details are on the screen. Email us or WhatsApp us or Telegram us. And of course, her course is all inclusive. You learn this, you don't need to do anything else. You will never need a consultation again. That's coming to you for rupees 19,990, USD 292 for a single floor house, any number of rooms. Online Vastu consultation for home, it's coming for 11,000 rupees, US dollars 161. And mind you, everyone, Payal is going to actually listen to your major issues, whatever issues you're facing, and she's going to do a complete overhaul of your flat. And as we've seen from her stories and Parag's sharing, the effects can be seen really immediately. And of course, for all those who have offices or factories or commercial spaces, Payal has a very special offer for that as well. If it's up to 3,000 square feet, the price is rupees 74,990 and US dollars 1,095. If you have any questions, need help, please reach out to us. These are some really fabulous offers. Please go ahead and right now, as we continue, Payal has some remedies for us. Please do ask questions about the course or the sessions. And of course, Payal, people have asked for remedies, people have asked checking about their directions. In fact, if possible, let's do one or two more demos. And Bhavna has asked a question, that if there is a relationship which is on the verge of divorce or separation, can Vastu help such a situation where she doesn't want it to end in a divorce or a separation?
Uh, yes, Bhavna ji, it does work a lot because understanding that if the separation is happening for what reason will help me to analyze the direction that is, needs to be rectified. But at this moment, don't worry. In the southwest direction of your house, place a picture that's a photograph of a couple, that is you and your spouse, and just place it in the southwest direction with an intention that you guys are always together. Please check if there is any other photograph or any other uh, uh, something that belongs to you and him on this personal space is kept in any other direction. That can lead to divorces as well. So you need to check if there's any other photograph placed in any of the direction except southwest. Second, southwest, please check if there is any heavy items, heavy machinery or heavy things kept in that direction, which needs to be rectified, which needs to be moved out. So for this, for the time moment, what I understand is that we need to work on the case. Absolutely, don't worry. But I need to have more details to actually, get a solution out. Because divorce, it's not a small thing. It could be multiple reasons. So we need to know that what is the problem that the couple is facing.
Right. And while Amita has asked, and two more people earlier have asked, that they're having property related court cases and legal matters are going on. So, is there a general remedy for that, or do we have to do something specific in our homes?
So when they said property related problems, is the problem in the court, or is it just verbally which is happening? So if it is
Court
verbally,
cases.
court cases, okay.
Hmm.
So in the northwest direction, please place the Ashok stamp. In the white sheet of paper, in the white envelope, you need to write that I have won this case which belongs to me. So we don't do any negative energies, it's only positive. If you feel that you really deserve to be, because this is just over the phone that I mean over the live I'm saying,
Mhm.
there could be multiple reasons also behind. So this is a random, um, uh, remedy that I'm giving, unless knowing the actual the reason behind it. But this is the best way in the placing your Ashok stamp and the white color paper. You need to write with the blue pen that I have won the court case against XYZ. On the envelope, in the white envelope, you need to write that my court case is against so and so with so and put an Ashok stamp. I hope everybody knows what's in Ashok stamp. So Ashok stamp can be placed on that in the northwest direction. Along with that, there's a village scenery which needs to be placed in the south of southwest direction. So in case if you don't have a scenery, it's okay, but at least you can work with this for the time being.
Absolutely. That is really helpful, Payal. Thank you so much. And I'm sure a lot of people will benefit from this. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And Payal, shall we take on a couple of more demos?
Yes, please. Probably I'll be more than happy to help
Okay.
them rather than
And
me giving
then,
the remedies.
absolutely, Payal. And in fact, we are running towards the end of the call and we are meeting Payal again on Monday and Tuesday. You must have heard her mention about Vastu Purush. Trust me, everyone, Vastu Purush is such an important and such an interesting concept. She's going to tell us stories about it, show us, and of course, we are going to demos related to that on Monday. And Payal, before we proceed, once again, please, if you could tell us what is the correct direction to place the dustbin?
South of southwest.
South of southwest, right? All
And the
right. Thank
dustbin
you
needs
once
to be
again.
yellow color.
Yellow. Yes. Thank you. Thank you once
Yeah,
again,
so
Payal.
along with that, let me give you a nice tip as well. So
Mm-hmm.
in case if there's too much of expenses that your house is bearing, unnecessary expenses, unnecessary purchasing of things, you can have a beautiful yellow color earthen pot. Okay, where the mouth is big, but then it comes sleek, and then the bottom is broad. Place it in south of southwest. That will equally help you, but it needs to be yellow color.
Got it. Got it. Thank you so much, Payal. And Payal, let's take on some more demos. And of course, you have remedies that you're going to share with us. And quickly, we'll take as many demos as possible. So I'm going to invite Lavnika. She has asked, how can Vastu help find a life partner if a person is not getting married? Is it like there are options, but it gets fades away due to unknown reasons? So, Lavnika, if you could come on video and share your situation or something that you're looking for with Payal. Here she is.
It's mute. Hello.
Hi Payal and hi Shilpa. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for a wonderful session. There are lots of good insights. Am I audible?
Yes, very much.
So actually there are a network issue at my end. So my camera, if I'll continue with the camera, it may go off. So I'm switching off the camera, but I'll continue with the off camera. Is it okay? Thank you.
It's fine, Lavnika. And please, if you could do one more thing,
Yeah.
You have connected from two systems. So if you could please mute the other system, or if you could disconnect from the other system till you're on demo, and when you're done, you can reconnect back, because we can hear our voice on your system. So I'm going to unmute you again, and you can continue.
Okay, I am logging with the one system only, the Bluetooth speaker, which is sounding echo. I just switched it off. Am I audible
Okay,
now?
absolutely. Go ahead,
Okay, okay,
Lavanya.
perfectly fine. So, my question is, as Shilpa repeated, that how Vastu help to get married a person. Uh, this question is not for a particular place. I'm asking if the person is keep moving, like sometime in some other house, sometime in some other house. So how Vastu can help in that? Because if someone is staying in a particular place, they are working there, is okay कि घर में कोई वास्तु का problem है हम कर सकते हैं, but like if they are moving in the another city, so how it helps?
Okay. So thank you for this question. You just very first thing is when you keep moving from one destination to another, but you definitely have a permanent residence, right? A permanent place which belongs to you in your name, or your spouse name, or the family name. That is a residence that we consider in that case. Now, at times it happens that you're moving for a longer period, say more than 6 months, then that particular residence also belongs to you. The vibration starts working towards the energy, and surprisingly, just to let you know, everyone, you will only choose the direction, the house which is pertaining to problems that you're facing in your life. For example, if I have a problem with relationship, because relations is a very vast topic again to talk to, you will keep attracting the house which has southwest issues. Could be a zonal cut, or it could be an extension, or it could be a washroom, or it could be anything that relates to the issue with the, what do you say, relationship. So yes, so in that case, you need to treat the house which you're staying in, the house which belongs to you in your name, or the parental name, or the family name. So I hope I've answered that question of yours.
So Payal, Lavnika is asking if there is any remedy possible for that.
Yes, it is. That's what I said, that she needs to treat her house that belongs to her. It could be native place, or it could be in any other city or location. So if I know that what is the issue that she's facing, then probably we can help her with that.
Right. Okay, got it, Payal. Payal, the next person we are going to invite is Harsh. Harsh has asked about his wife. And Harsh, if you could come on video, I'm going to spotlight you. Harsh has asked, we are in 9 years of marriage and 6 years since we moved into a new home where north of northeast is cut, door is in the southeast, while bedroom is in the northwest. Wife is having problem in conceiving and has miscarried once.
Sorry, can you just come again? North of northeast is the entrance with a cut. Okay, and
yes, north of northeast is the cut, door is in southeast, while bedroom is in northwest.
door is in southeast and the bedroom is in northwest. So, and what is the other thing that he said?
They've moved into a new home and his wife is having problem in conceiving and they have miscarried once.
Okay, so the zone that you have is E8 and S1. Okay, if you're telling me the precise location, that is the southeast, right? The entry is southeast, right? Yeah, so that zone has issues with so it's right, it has a problem with carrying a baby. You need to rectify the zone. Once you do the rectification of your main entrance, I am sure things will be better. Because when you talk about southeast, a red color tape, I'm just going as per your words, so don't quote me, for this. Because if you're saying no, southeast, then it's a red color tape that you need to place it in your main door. Take the effect of 15 days, 21 days, see how things are working in your house, and do give me a feedback on that. It's a red color tape which is needed. Right?
Thank you, Harsh, for joining, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Well, that was really, really very nice. We really hope that Harsh gets back to us with yeah, feedback. And Payal, there is one question before we proceed that Bhumika has asked, and one more person had asked earlier, that when we go to look for a place, either to purchase or to rent, is there some things we can keep in mind or check or look forward to, so that we don't get into any major trouble? Like, for example, there is no remedy for a toilet in northeast, you said. So
Right.
is there anything we can be careful about or check when we are getting into a new home?
Sure. So when we talk about the new home, the new premise, you need to check the vibration of that house and how are you feeling. Second thing is, if the washroom, the commode is in northeast or the southwest, you will not go with that house. It's strictly no, no. Third thing is, there can be rectification for all other zones, but make sure that even your kitchen should not be in the north direction, should avoid. And sorry, coming back to Harsh, I have one more question for him, if he's there. Is he there? Yeah. So Harsh, you said E8, right? So E8 is accidents, financial losses, and burglary. Do you find any of these coming up in your house? No. Okay. And S1 is negative effects of the sun. Okay, so that is already there. That's a miscarriage which happens. So I think the entry which you said.
I have washroom in the northeast, or the northeast, that on the east northeast part.
Okay, so does your wife have issues with health?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so you need to treat that. That's fine. Just treat the washroom and you'll see the difference happening. And treating your main door as well. If you treat these two things, you'll be sorted.
Thank you.
Right?
Thanks a lot.
Sorry. Yeah. So I hope I've answered both the questions.
Thank you, Payal. Thanks for remembering, getting back, and sharing. So that helps, Payal. And there are a couple of questions have come up regarding the course. So does this involve maths? Rachana has asked.
No, there's no maths in this.
Okay, good.
So Rachna,
And
one tip for Rachna here.
mhm.
Please keep a Buddha head in the northeast corner of your house.
Why just Rachana? It's for all of us who are like vary from maths. Is it so?
No, so basically north is devotes the mind, the brain.
Mhm.
Okay, and if she has a question which is very interesting question, that does it
Yeah.
talk about maths, so I assume that there's something that she doesn't like about it, and because of it, it says that the clarity of mind is needed. So there's no maths a, but yes, Buddha in the northeast direction really helps each one of us. I too
Wow.
have kept Buddha in my northeast. So please place it. It will really give you a lot of benefits.
So does it help with mental clarity?
Clarity. It's a
Mental
clarity of
clarity.
mind.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And
Thank
for
you.
kids, also it really helps.
Thanks, Pal, for adding that, because a couple of people did ask what do they do for their kids' focus and concentration.
Right. So there is one zone called as west of southwest. Quickly write it down. West of southwest zone. You can keep your kids' book. So I'm not talking about kids, even people who are professional and they're still studying. Please keep your books, your pen, your paper, or any of even your bag, unless it's not a black color bag, avoid black color over there in that zone. All these things you can place it in your west of southwest direction. because that's a zone of education.
Thanks, Pyle, for yet another remedy. And Pyle, you know what? Please continue with the remedies. Before you do, just one more question Mamta has asked.
Mhm.
She is already doing another course. So can she book now and do your Vastu batch after 3 months?
uh, I think Shilpa, you can answer this better because
Absolutely.
yeah, because even after, when we say after 3 months, what is your point on that?
So she what she means to ask is right now she's not available, or anybody who's not available, they can book now at this price and they can definitely attend your batch later, right?
Absolutely, they can. Yes.
Right. Okay. All right. Thanks for that, Pyle. And Mamta, hope you heard that. And Pyle, please proceed with the remedies.
Okay, so since I've given so many remedies, I'll quickly go with the 3, 4 remedies. Is that okay? And then we'll continue with the Monday, Tuesday batch. Okay. So very first thing I told you all that northeast is a direction of placing your, your altar, your temple. But I didn't say one more thing in that. So I'm going to now actually release the surprise for you is avoid red color. Any red color mat, cloth, or anything which is red color in your temple. If your temple is placed in the northeast direction of your house, that's the first thing. A lot of people who believe in those uh, uh, rituals of what do you say, goddesses, and they put that chundri, what you call that, the on their head, which is allowed, which is okay. You can go with that, but no red color mat or the base of the on the temple. Not even the curtains should be avoided with the red color. So which is the best color now? The best color is the yellow color. Yellow is a shade of a Jupiter. Jupiter means Guru. Guru means the enlightened, the power of enlightenment. That's what we say. So yellow is the right color for that particular place. Now, so I've already given you, shared you with the benefit of the children. So when you have a child who is studying, but now let me talk about a professional. So when the person is a doctor or engineer, or he or she is into a CA professional or any other professional, where your skill is needed. So what is your skill? It could be a any gadget, a it can be any tool, or even if you're a singer and you have anything which is like a singing stuff that you use, it can be placed in the west of southwest direction. So for doctors, they can have the stethoscope to be hanged. For tailor or people who are into boutique, they can keep their threads and scissor and all those stuff in the west of southwest direction. um, Professionally, if you are a painter, your painting brush and the colors, these all things can be kept in west of southwest direction. Now, let me talk about, oh yes, the medical box, which I've already spoken about, north of northeast. Please place that box in the north of northeast with an intention that the person is quickly getting out of the medicines at the earliest. um okay, so east of southeast, one remedy I'll give you is try not to have your fire, that's your stove, your gas cylinder, and your photograph, your pictures, your compatible, your family pictures in east or southeast, which is not good. Kindly avoid your family pictures or family photos in east or southeast. With this, a last tip for today I will give you is kindly avoid. So we all have our diseased people who are our grandparents or parents or anybody who's expired in the family, and we keep their photographs, right, as a remembrance, or you pray to them. Please do not keep the photograph in the temple. that's not for them, because they are signs of Pitru. Pitru means forefathers, or Pitru means people who have already been deceased, and we are giving them some type of ritual. So that is in the southwest direction. That also, it should not be placed in the family photo. It should be single-handed on the wall. In case if you have two people who expired, you can join together and make one frame, or keep two different frames, doesn't matter. But we are not supposed to place them in the temple. That's a wrong direction, nor in the any other direction, because Pitrus, they say they are our ancestors and they always bless you. And the blessing zone is a relationship zone, which we speak about, the southwest zone. So this is what for today, and I am sure you all enjoyed this session, and I'm looking forward more to give you with the demo which is coming on Monday and Tuesday. So over to Shilpa.
Thank you, Payal. That was so nice, so specific, and so special. Thank you for giving us so much information on this call. And people have asked a lot of specific questions, and you have given us as much as possible. Everybody, we return on Monday, and that is going to be a really interesting topic of Vastu Purush, one of the most important concepts of a house. And we are going to do more demos than we could cover today. So do join on Monday and at 6:30 p.m. India time. And everybody who has missed any remedies shared on today's call, or any specific query that we had taken of yours, but you were not able to hear it, don't worry. The call replay is going to be shared, and we are going to clip the main highlights, and you can check them out. And of course, we have the three fabulous offers. One is of the course, and two are online consultations. And of course, anybody who is there in Bombay, Mumbai, India, you can actually meet Payal and get this done for yourself. So grab these offers, they are for a limited period. Any questions, please ask on the Telegram group. And once again, Payal, thank you so much for this enriching call. And I also want to thank everybody for joining us today and staying till now. See you on Monday once again. Payal, please share your final words before we say a happy weekend to everybody.
Thank you so much. And I would definitely say that do have a little analysis on your house, and do give me a feedback for the people whom I've already spoken about. And trust me, guys, Vastu is key of every moment of your life, and it has an amazing result, beautiful result. And I would say happy Sunday to you guys, and happy Saturday for international clients. Enjoy your weekend, stay healthy, wealthy, and fine. Thank you once again, Shilpa.
Thank you, Payal. Thank you, everyone. See you on Monday, 6:30 p.m. India time and 9 a.m. Eastern time. Thank you. Bye-bye.